Welcome to Time Ball Games. I'm ELD, here to ask you for help in growing the channel. When we reach 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a custom leather playmat to one lucky subscriber. So be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Ball Games in Bellingham, Mass. Here we have on a mat on a brew called Once Upon a Blood Moon. That's going to be a Gruul Stompy deck, so green and red, alongside Chalice of the Void and Blood Moon. And Rude's going to be on Dragon, a deck that he's been playing, for a very long time. I remember Rodney playing Reanimator way back with the printing of the black-red guy that makes everyone discard their hands. I'm forgetting him right now. But he was all over that card as soon as it was printed, and just turn one, Mind Twist you for 7. Chalice of the Void at 1 can be a problem for Dragon, though Dragon can actually win without ever casting a 1 casting cost spell. Karn on turn 2. And this becomes a much larger issue. Grabbing a Tormod's Crypt, really slowing things down. Tormod's Crypt, very interesting with Karn, and that Karn gets cards from exile or from your sideboard. So you can actually Tormod's Crypt yourself to get Tormod's Crypt back into your exile. So if you have multiple Tormods, which they often do, you can actually recur Tormod's Crypt effects quite effectively with Karn. Mycosynth Lattice being spirit guided out, and that is going to do it. So just like that, turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Karn, grabbing a Tormod's Crypt, keeping that door open until turn 3, where he just Simian Spirit Guide and Elvish Spirit Guide to power out that Mycosynth Lattice, stopping Rodney from casting any more spells and just getting the concession on the spot. So Matt picking up game number 1. Mycosynth Lattice, a card that has some very interesting text on it. Very easy to forget about some of the interactions. So a card that Rodney might have in his sideboard could be Force of Vigor, any type of card that cares, like Unmask, about cards in your hand, what color they are. Mycosynth Lattice is going to completely shut those down, as those cards end up being colorless. All cards that aren't in play, spells and permanents, are colorless. And that is an interesting throwaway line, and people don't usually think about that until the first time that they are in a situation where they attempt to say Force of Will, and they can't because they don't have any blue cards. They're all colorless cards. Of course, players spending mana as though they were mana of any color is very useful at times, but not once Karn is out. Once Karn's out, you're not tapping any of your lands or any of your anything for mana. And Rude going to need a potentially very fast hand, or at least some answers to the type of roadblocks that Matt's going to look to put in his way. We've already seen Tormod's Crypt. Gemstone Mine into a Thoughtseize. And there's a Chalice of the Void along with Karn, looks like 2 Karns, Simian Spirit Guide, and perhaps an Imperial Recruiter. Chalice may end up being the pick here. Simian Spirit Guide, a possibility in that it does handicap his mana, and he doesn't have any red mana otherwise. I think that may be a trap. Oh, he's got a Chrome Mox underneath as well, so that's much less exciting. He's going to be facing down a turn 1 Karn unless he takes some mana. There's 2 Karn. So he takes the Chalice and is going to look to play through this turn 1 Karn. Imprinting a Simian Spirit Guide, using the Elvish Spirit Guide to power out Karn, and he grabs a Tormod's Crypt as expected. Imperial Recruiter still in hand, and Simian Spirit Guide has been imprinted on that Chrome Mox, so he'll be able to be cast, meaning a Blood Moon is going to be coming in sooner than later. It's a pretty brutal opening. Mycosynth, Lattice, Blood Moon, Chalice. All of these cards attempting to make sure your opponent can't play any magic. It's essentially winning the game way before the game is actually over. And a Nature's Claim during the end step, hitting Tormod's Crypt. Matt exiling the Tormods and his graveyard. Solid heads up. Technically sound magic there. Much better to have that Tormods in exile than in the graveyard. So Karn can go get it. And this is the opening. Wow, very interesting. So I did not expect that Nature's Claim to be fired off, only to pass the turn. I think that was pretty much a Hail Mary, or perhaps he was unaware of that interaction. Imperial Recruiter grabbing a Fairy Macabre. This is getting increasingly difficult. One of the favorite sideboard strategies for Reanimator decks can be Show and Tell, the ability to put in cards from your hand, avoiding the graveyard, but not really a great option for a World Gorger Dragon deck. Show and Telling in a 7/7, not really going to beat very much in the format. Imperial Recruiter beaten down. Chalice of the Void. Coming down, actually resolving with Chalice at 1. And this is going to be very impressive if Rodney somehow finds a way out of this absolute disaster. Karn able to tick up. His life total slowly bleeding out. I mean, he may be in the realm of, can I hardcast World Gorger? Like, how good's a 7/7 Trampler here? It may actually be headed in that direction. Karn ticking up will eventually be able to find, there we go, Liquid Metal Coating. And Land Grant revealing the hand feels pretty awful. Just showing exactly how bad the situation is for Rodney. Liquid Metal Coating is going to start blowing up a land a turn. During his upkeep, he can turn one of these lands into an artifact, shutting it off for this turn. Moving forward, he'll be able to animate the artifact using Karn's ability. So Rodney's going to start losing a land every single turn. And it's a question of how this is going to end. 3 more turns. Or is the Seasoned Pyromancer just going to close it out a full turn faster, 2 turns faster? This is actually just going to be it. And Once Upon a Blood Moon, a interesting Gruul build, tearing through Dragon with access to Graveyard Hate game 1 thanks to Karn. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.